The soul meter in Hollow Knight is the game's equivalent to a charge meter in other games. The player has access to all skills and abilities whenever the soul meter is completely maxed out, or when the player has one spell charge left. Now, each ability accounts for exactly one spell charge, and one spell charge accounts for exactly 3 soul charges. So if I were to hit this enemy and hit this enemy twice, I would gain 1 spell charge from the 3 hits that I just did. And any ability, not just the heal, costs exactly 1 soul charge. So every single ability in the game is set through this system of get 3 hits, do some sort of spell. This makes it easy for the fights, as a lot of them are on the fly and require quick decisions that the player wouldn't automatically make unless they knew all I need is 1 more hit, and then I have all the soul that I need to do a charge attack or anything of that nature. Now, when the player gets damaged, they don't gain any soul charge. However, there are special items in the game called charms. Now, these charms actually can affect the amount of soul you gain throughout the game. So, for instance, there's reduces the soul cost for casting spells, increases the amount of soul you gain with every hit, and there's one that even allows for you to gain soul when damaged. So the player constantly has ways to change up how they get souls and when they get souls, and even the amount that they receive. So that's how the main soul meter works, but there are 3 dots on the left, and those work kind of differently. Now, while they function the same way that the soul meter does, you get hits and you then gain soul, it works slightly differently, as the soul meters on the left actually fill up slower than the standard soul meter, since they're backup reserves that you can get throughout gameplay instead of just standard items. So as the player progresses through the game, if they look for these pieces, they're rewarded with extra chances to use soul. However, it's at the cost of it taking more soul to complete. So if I hit this enemy, you could see that it's gaining less soul than I would if I were to just be collecting the soul normally. So it actually takes 6 hits instead of just 3. Sorry about the low battery. If the player dies, they also lose all of their soul. And if they do, then they will only have 2/3 of their meter, and it'll be cracked so that it will become unusable until they get their soul back.